Hey, 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 secondhand soul fans. Hey, 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 secondhand soul fans. It's me, your friendly neighborhood soul man, Loud Dynamite Miller, and I'm here with
Kathy Fern.
And Dave Drower, the sax man. How's it going out there, everyone?
How's everybody doing? And welcome to the 7th edition of the Secondhand Soul Band Show. Hope everybody's had a great week. We got a great, exciting show for everybody today. Today we got, let's do the rundown here. We got some venue news. Kathy's got some new venue news. We're going to do the over-under with a band from the 60s. Then we're going to go behind the lens and talk a little bit about the Shy. Stars you've never heard of. We got a great one this week. Oh my goodness, great one this week. Then we got a little musical drama. It's kind of a sad story, but I wanted to cover it because I actually knew this band. And now we got a new segment. Actually, a new segment. Dave goes off, where Dave is going to go off. And
watch out.
Yeah.
And as always,
get ready.
So check your volume on that one. You know, you got like a headset.
I'll move the mic away.
There you go. That's
right. Across the street probably would be better. And then, as always, we have our Q&A. So make sure you guys put some questions in that section, and we'll give you some answers here on the screen. And also, if you have any comments, go ahead and put those in the section. Make sure you check out our YouTube channel. In fact, go over there and subscribe right now if you're watching on Facebook. We need some views over there. We're trying to build that channel up so we can bring you guys great content once a week, every Wednesday, right here on the Secondhand Soul Band Show. Who's ready to get started?
Man,
I'm ready.
I'm ready. And Tony Toto is already on the message board.
Hey, Tony!
He's already asking how we're doing. So, Tony, you're winner number one. We're doing fantastic at the moment.
We miss you. Oh, my God. We miss you.
We miss you,
We
Tony,
were just
man.
saying before the show started that it feels like we're pod people now. Like this virtual stuff feels normal. Like I'm sitting in a room with Dave and Lyle.
Yeah.
It's so strange that how much you can get used to things, right?
Well, it's 6 months now?
Yeah, it's been a while.
Has it really been 6 months? Oh,
yeah,
my God. Almost.
Yeah. The first case was in January, and lockdown was not until the
March.
end of March.
Right.
Yeah, March 17th, or our last gig was the 14th, so like that following weekend, I think, was the official lockdown, like the 22nd.
Yep.
We're gonna get through this, right, guys?
Yep. You guys just pray my knees still work after this.
I know.
Oh, they're always ready to go, Lyle. They're always ready to go.
That's right. You gotta be. You
Our
gotta stay
ghosts.
loose. Our ghost.
Well,
right.
we all just said that we should change it to always ready to go online. Our goal.
Our goal. Yeah. Our goo.
Our goo.
Always ready to get online. That's right.
Doesn't sound as good.
No.
Yeah. It's somehow appropriate though for the situation.
Yeah, I know.
Gooey.
Well, let's do some venue news, huh?
Yes.
I agree. All right.
So, as you guys might know, the virus is the count is climbing up there a little bit in Chicago. So, wear your masks, please. Some of the bars are going to get shut down again because we're creeping back up there. So, but on the other hand, we are doing some shows, and we want to tell you about them. I got a little bit more information than I had last time. Tuesday, August 11th, we're going to be in the Northbrook Park District, and you do have to pre-register for this show. It's free, but they are only letting people in if you pre-register, and I have a feeling that it's going to sell out. So I just put the links on the Facebook today, the event that we put up there. So get online real quick and register for that event. You have to create a quick account. because you're actually registering for a Northbrook Park District event. So make sure you do that. And then Thursday, August 13th at the St. Charles Park District, that is a drive-in concert. And those tickets are $5. It's just a small nominal fee. And again, you have to buy a ticket. And I'm going to assume that those are going to sell out too. They're only doing like 3 or 4 shows, different concerts this year. So that's going to be it. So if you want to get out there, there's some more information in the Facebook event about should you bring a chair and that kind of thing. So, and then we also are tentatively scheduled for the Franklin Park District on August 25th, but that has to be confirmed. So once I get more information on that, I will be posting that on Facebook. So make sure you are liking the Facebook page, and we will be sending out more information about that. I'm looking forward to it, though, you guys. How about you?
Yeah. Finally getting back out there.
Just getting out there. Just those 2 shows. We're gonna have to wring every drop of fun out of those shows.
And you know, for the year, it's
2.
That's the depressing part of it.
It used to be a weekend for us. It used to be a weekend.
We almost did 2 in one day.
Yeah. Or the double headers, man. Oh man. Oh,
the double headers.
We got to get this fixed because, this show is all right, but man, I love playing the sax and I love playing out, and there's just no drug that's that good.
No,
it just doesn't come close. Nothing else. All right. You know what time it is, Lau.
Oh yeah. What time is that?
All right.
It's time for our segment, Over Underrated. That's that segment where we discuss whether any given artist is overrated, underrated, or receiving just the right amount of credit. This is like a typical ride on the way to a gig with me and Dave in the car. But now you guys get to sit in and listen. And I want you guys to weigh in, too. Who we got this week?
This week we got the Beach Boys.
The Beach Boys. All right.
Yes, the Beach Boys. I know it's like a little like off kilter. You know, people probably wouldn't necessarily think that we would pick the Beach Boys, but there was this one day, and yes, it was in the car. It was on some way to work, some gig. I don't even remember. I want to say it was maybe the Kara or something. But you were talking about these a cappella recordings that they have on YouTube of the Beach Boys just singing, just four up, and then I went back, and the next like 3 days at work, all you would hear is a cappella Beach Boys coming from my classroom, and
those rabbit holes or something, man.
And I just keep trying to find more and more and more. Yeah. It's like those old Beatles. The Beatles. I got from the recording studio, you know, there's old Russian albums that you can't get in the U.S. that I got when I was in high school, and I was all about the Beatles. But man, I have to say they are some good singers. The harmonies that they can nail down. You know, it doesn't matter. 7th chord with the 7th and the root right next to each other, and it's just, I mean, like
nothing too. Like they're an instrument, like a piano. It's as if you struck a chord on a piano, and those voices came out, and good voices,
right? And it transitions through, and you know, I always give you some sass because all you care about is the singing. But for this, for this band, you know, they're rah. They shouldn't really get any respect, just because, like, their name, the Beach Boys. What are they like? Their music already is into a category that they put themselves in just by their name. And I guess you could say the same thing for us, Secondhand Soul Band, but we do. Soul to me is so wide open, but Beach Boys, it's like Jason Mraz, you know, with the guitar, like.
Right. I mean, it's very specific, and they coined the surf guitar kind of, you know, phrase and genre. However, my knock against them is something to do with the surf guitar, but I'll get to that. But I think that it was just a niche. The Beach Party movies were hot, you know, and it was just like, okay, let's be the mascot. That's the hottest thing right now, and it stuck and it worked.
Right. They were able to make money as vocalists, like ensemble vocalists, and that that takes some brains, you know. That's one thing I can't. I give a little respect for Kenny G. You know, I really can't stand him, but he's that one sax player that somehow is monetized, playing Christmas music once a year. You know, and lives in a really big house and makes tons of money. But
man, that's funny. So my knock. So the knock is obvious. Now, yes, great vocalists, but their material. Let's talk about the hits.
Right.
Every hit is a
song.
Chuck Berry tune.
It's like the same
Every
song.
single hit. Every Surfer USA is
Right.
a Chuck Berry tune. California Girls is a Chuck Berry tune. Every tune is a Chuck Berry tune. And that's what they hit on. Now, they launch padded off of that. You know, I don't know what Chuck Berry was cutting in the 80s, but that's when they came with Kokomo, which I really love that tune. But I finally got to hear what the Beach Boys sound like without Chuck Berry's influence. It's ridiculous. And look, here's a statement.
Yeah.
Here's a statement from Brian Williams after Brian Wilson, sorry. After Chuck Berry passed. He says, quote, "He inspired me as a lyricist. He made me want to write about cars and surfing. I liked the lyrics to Roll Over Beethoven. It felt like he was doing something new." Unquote. Okay, now this is something I really have an issue with. This is like D'Angelo. When D'Angelo first came out, he sounded just like Prince. And I remember him in an interview, and they said, "Who's your biggest influence?" And he said, "Smokey Robinson." And I was like, what? Like, those records sounded so much like Prince.
Right.
I thought it was him.
Why are you denying it?
And so anyway, eventually Chuck Berry's publicist had him pay some of the royalties to the estate. So even though he wouldn't admit it, still, even after the man passed,
right.
Like, well, yeah, the lyrics.
The lawyers, right? And hey, we could do a whole new segment just on copyright law and how crazy that works.
Yeah.
Cause I think third or fourth or fifth grandchilds of some uncle, Disney should not be able to keep certain things forever just because. But the way our country works, you could say it's great, you could say it's not, but we've gotten to the point where money talks, and other things talk. Yeah, if we're just on YouTube, I could say it, but we're on Facebook, and we got little kids watching because they're always searching for my name and stuff like that. But Disney spends more money keeping copyright locked down, and they extended the 1940 date, and they have tons of money, so they have tons of lawyers, and then it changes. And big musicians, even now, we have bands that just put out music for free. We're not to that point. I hope if we had 10,000 viewers right now on this show and we were making bank, but when our album comes out, we're definitely going to have to charge some for it. But copyright, no. My grandkids don't need to make money from that. They could get their own job. Hopefully I've instilled hard work in them. But come on. All right.
Yeah, right.
All right.
Tell that to the J.P. Morgan heirs. If I write a hit, man, I want it's like a dowry, Jack. I want to hand it all the way down. I saw John Tesh in an interview, and he was talking about how when at his concerts the wives have to drag their husbands. Then he plays the NBA theme because he wrote the NBA theme. And I'm like, that is a kingdom for the next 200 years for John.
Well, maybe, but a lot of the times you don't even get the rights to it. You'll have to sell it to the publisher. Or Pharrell Williams. He was complaining that he made almost no money on Happy, and it was everywhere, So if you pay $1 for a song and the artist ends up getting 3 cents of it, it's like
and then you got 30 writers and producers on these teams nowadays.
Right.
So
but you don't have kids,
nowadays.
So you're a good example. You write a hit song, you have some niece, that's always asking you for money now that her kids end up making tons of money on yours. Well, and you could just give it away in your will.
Yeah.
So maybe
Yeah.
that's different. But
Or
hey,
something.
hey, right? No, when I'm dead, don't expect any money from me. And I keep telling,
Spend it all.
I keep telling my parents that they better spend all their money. Like, why do you save your whole life just to die to give it to your kids? That sounds horrible. Go on vacation, see the world. All right.
Yeah, that's all right. Yeah. So speaking of vacation, back to the beach here.
Yes.
So
Yeah,
I give the
fun in
Beach
the
Boys
sun.
credit for being underrated vocally,
Yes, I
but
agree.
as artists and musicians, totally overrated. Totally overrated because they didn't.
They really weren't. Right. But they could sing
I mean, look at the
harmonies.
library.
They could sing
But
harmonies.
They could sing.
Right.
They could sing.
Right. And
so I'll put it this way: Beach Boys, produced by Chuck Berry, fantastic group. Underrated.
Their vocals
Love
are
it.
underrated, but yes, they're
Yes.
rah-rah. All right. What do we
Yep.
have next? Is it?
Yep.
All right, time for Behind the Lens. That segment of the week where we discuss things that we do outside of music and performing in concerts for you guys. And now it's newly become a weekly segment of self-deprecation for myself here. So I just come on and what I want to talk about is the cutting room floor. And the reason is because I keep bringing up The Shy. Great show, by the way.
So good.
And that I'm appearing on an episode. I don't know if you guys thought you saw me. There's a lot of black people on the show, but no, I was not any of those people. I haven't been on the show yet. So this is the reason why I always wait until like I've either seen the episode in post or seen it air before I post about, that I'm going to be on TV. Hey guys, check it out on this channel, whatever, because this kind of stuff happens. And then you find yourself searching like in every scene for maybe they didn't use it yet. But sometimes, you do the shot and you end up on the cutting room floor. And it's only because the storyline, the bottom line is the story. So that has to make sense. It has to flow. It has to feel good. It's a hit. It's an award-winning show. And
But
they
Lyle,
know
you
how
got to
to
talk about how it's changed a little bit since you did the episode because you taped it last year.
Yeah, I taped the show
and then
last
all
year.
of a sudden they had to pivot because
it's
somebody got themselves thrown off the show.
yeah.
A major character.
Yeah, things changed on the show. That's true. Actually, that is true. But I know nothing about that. I just know about what happened on set the day I was there. But sometimes it's just a story. And they know what they're doing. It makes a lot of sense. And maybe I still will show up. I'll show up at some point on something. But the lesson is about the cutting room floor is always wait. Always wait until the end, until you know what's going to happen before you say anything. And that's what I'm going to do. That's it.
All right. I can't wait for Sunday. I'm dying to know what happens to Keisha.
Yeah, no, it's still, watch the show. It's fantastic. I haven't been able to take my eyes. I forget that I'm looking for myself. It's really good. Really good.
Have you ever had that experience where you've been watching a show and you're like, oh, I didn't even remember I was in that.
Chicago Mid.
Wow.
Chicago Mid, I think was the first network show that I was on, and the other storyline was on that show was so interesting. I forgot all about that I was watching it to look for myself, but it was a really good episode.
That's fun.
Which is great because then people are watching now. I get royalties for that. Okay, let's move.
Right.
Yes. Ironically, to stars you've never heard of.
Well, this one, yeah. I almost wanted to change the name of this one to Pervy Stars You've Never Heard of.
Yeah.
What? Bill Chase? Yeah. I don't know. Come on. Maybe this week we'll add a pervy stamp on it.
Yeah.
Right. So, Lyle, why did you bring this one up? What did you see that started this whole conversation?
Yes. So I was watching, I guess it was one of those like Time Life. Gosh, how old am I? It was one of those like fundraising, public television, musical tribute DVD box set commercial things, I think, or maybe it was like Saturday Night Fever. I don't remember. But this guy appeared on there, Gary Puckett. Did I say the name
Yep.
right? Yeah,
Yep.
Gary Puckett appeared on there, and he's doing this tune, "Young Girl." And you know, I'm a vocalist, so I tune right into the lyrics, and they just seem kind of weird to me. I mean,
Young girl, get out of my mind. My love for you is way out of line. Better run, girl. You're much too young, girl. What the hell?
doesn't that sound like a warning?
Ew.
That's and you know, yeah, it catches you, and then you're like, what?
And it was a huge hit. It was a giant hit in 1968. That's
Giant
crazy.
hit, giant hit. They had another song, "Lady Willpower."
That's even worse.
This is the same album here, so there's a theme.
I'm going to resist you, you creep.
Yeah, right. So here's some lyrics to Lady Willpower. Lady Willpower, it's now or never. Give your love to me, and I'll shower your heart with tenderness, endlessly. Oh, fair enough. Then you gotta slowly come in here. I know you want to see me, but you're afraid of what I might have on my mind. Maybe she's heard the rest of the album. One thing you can be sure of, I'll take good care of your love if you will let me give you mine.
Oh, Lord. Jesus. That's the
What
things my
is
mother
it?
warned me about.
And this is
You know,
why.
when you asked me, when you mentioned Gary Puckett, like, had I ever heard of him? I immediately flashed back. My girlfriends and I used to go to Oak Street Beach. We were about 18, and we had this parking spot in an alley that didn't block anybody's garage. So we used to park there all the time because it was really hard to get parking. And we were walking toward the beach. First of all, we're walking toward the beach, and this guy pulls up and he exposes himself in his car and then drives away. And we were like, what did we just see? We were laughing our butts off.
Ladies.
But then the same day, we're at the beach and we're just hanging out, and this guy is like on a towel. I don't know. Towel about 10 feet away, and he's like, hey girls, and he's got no shirt on, and he's got a tambourine that's just a circle, and he's got it around his neck, and then he's taking it off and he's playing it, and we're like, what is this guy's deal? And he comes over, he goes, do you guys know who I am? And we're like, no. And he's like, I'm Gary Puckett. And we're like, who? We had no idea who that was. So whether or not that was him, I couldn't tell you, but this guy said that's who he was, and it could have very well been him. I don't know, but it was
Weird.
creepy, and so it just follows with the theme.
Super weird. What the hell was going on in the 60s here?
That was 1984, and it was weird.
You see, and at this point, so he didn't write the song, but now you got to wonder, did the song like influence him, or did he say, man, these are the kind of tunes that I want to play, man?
Right, you went
All
along
of the
with it.
tunes, whatever will attract the most 12-year-olds, whatever the hell he was thinking.
Oh my God! But you know, that's not unusual, because I was able to find a ton of songs that were weird, like Ringo Starr, 1973. You're 16, you're beautiful in your mind. Okay, I don't think Ringo was 16 in 1973.
Not
Ew.
quite.
And then
73.
the one that 73, yeah. And I told you about this song, Benny Mardones, 1980, Into the Night. Okay, he howls at the end. It's like this creepiest, like, call into the night. But the first line of the song, she's just 16 years old, leave her alone, they said. Yeah, leave her alone.
For God's sakes, listen to them. They are right.
And then we got Ted Nugent, Jailbait, 1981. I remember the word jailbait thrown around a lot when I was younger.
A lot.
Everybody said that. And the line in that one is, I don't care if you're just 13. You look too good to be true. Okay, stay away, Ted. Ew. And then finally, Neil Diamond. Okay, I always thought Neil Diamond was like so wholesome, and but then I look into this, 1967. Girl, you'll be a woman soon.
Oh, yeah, of course.
You'll need a man. No, she doesn't. She doesn't need a man. And then worse, 1969, Sweet Caroline. It's about a picture he saw of an 11-year-old Carolyn Kennedy. 11. Ew. Hands, touching hands, reaching out, touching me, touching you.
Cook, only 16.
Yeah,
It was like a thing. It was like
it was.
a hot thing.
Oh my God, I'm so glad I don't have daughters. That's what I know.
Yeah.
I just had to teach my men to be gentlemen, and I'm good.
Yeah. Please, and write better songs.
Yeah.
People. Things got better though. It looks like.
All right, well, let's stop talking about the Creepers. We'll listen to this one for a quick second here and see what's going down. Next, we have musical dramas. But we're gonna watch the video real quick here so I can make sure that everyone's hearing everyone sound. So here we go. Guys, talk for me, please. All right, Kathy. Thank you. Shh. Not yet. All right, Lyle, it's all you. Go ahead, my man.
All right, yeah, that's a little video from the Brother Sister Blues Band. Back in the 90s, I was in a singing group. We used to sing in the subway, actually. And we were approached by a record label. Long story short, they were recording street performers. And the Brother Sister Blues Band used to perform on State Street back in the 90s. This little woman in the group. And there's two people. It was a man who played the guitar, drums, and harmonica at the same time. And the woman played the bass and she sang blues, and it was amazing. It sounded like a full band, and I thought she was the best blues singer that I'd ever heard in my life. That was back in, I want to say, 97. So I was looking them up, and I found a very, very tragic story about what happened to them. They apparently were a couple, the Brother Sister Blues Band. They were a couple. And they went to San Francisco. So I'll just read the headline here. A San Francisco blues musician convicted of murdering his girlfriend and singing partner with a hammer and dumping her body in San Francisco Bay in 2002 was sentenced today to 15 years to life in prison.
Man. Musical drama for sure.
Musical drama. It's unbelievable that would, I mean, I saw them perform. They just, and they perform so well together. I mean, this article it's pretty graphic. I'm trying to see what the source is here. You just have to Google Brother Sister Blues Band and San Francisco. But I'll just go through it here. It says Williams partially decomposed. Listen, maybe I should give you guys a trigger warning. This is kind of graphic.
Maybe we don't want to read that.
Yeah, let's not read it.
I mean, the point of it is,
we got a much funner segment.
Yeah, the point of it is, there's so much drama behind music sometimes. I mean, some of the most talented people are very disturbed. I mean, Kanye West, anyone? So,
right.
He's saying lately, and his wife is sticking up for him, saying, "Please forgive him." So, it's pretty sad. But it's another reason why, and these musicians don't have some social support or insurance a lot of times, and they're kind of stuck in this situation. It's just too bad. They're so talented and they don't make it like somebody else, and they don't have all that money and resources. So
maybe that's the point of the story. This is not a very easy path that we choose as musicians. We do it because we love it and we have passion for it, and a lot of us feel like it's our mission here. But, it's also an outlet. And in these times, it's hard to find an outlet where we're not playing all the time, and check in on your people. You guys know a musician. Everybody out there, somebody. And don't blow off their cry for help if you hear it. Just check in on them. See how people are doing. We check in on Dave
all the time.
All the time, yeah. At least once a week.
He needs this like an IV in his arm. He's dying.
Yep.
Hey, no. Well, the other day I was eating tomatoes. They all freaked out because they're like, what is that?
That looks healthy, Dave. What are you doing over there?
Right. That's what I said. I'm like, they're tomatoes.
Why is that funny, you guys?
Yeah. It shouldn't be that crazy.
Oh man.
Yep. But yeah, it was unfortunate. And as far as I know, he's still in prison in San Francisco.
Man.
But that's a great voice that's no longer here because we weren't all, we didn't help, we didn't communicate. So everybody just communicate, and please do better for resolution.
Yeah. All right,
All
here
right.
we go.
All right, it's new segment time.
That's awesome.
All right, you might have remembered last week's Dave Goes Off. It was a really nice and easy one. It was about doing sound checks. It was it was an editorial one. Today is going to be one of my more like just odd, why does this nonsense happen? Okay, and I'm not against the post office, but man, they could do a better job in Chicago. So I'm
Hell
talking
yeah.
about the USPS post office. And I still have things delivered to my parents' house, like out in the suburbs. And my mom would, like, it took me, I lived in Pilsen for 7 years, and then I lived in Rogers Park here for 3 years, and I didn't get it transferred over till like 2 years into Rogers Park. So it was like 9 years I'd go over to my parents to get mail because it would show up. So the past 2 months, I was supposed to get a credit card, and I run the association, so I sent out this key. This lady kept emailing me about the key, so I sent it out. She didn't get the key. I didn't get the credit card. So this is 2 times. I ended up driving downtown to drop this key off for this lady just because I was just like, this will be so much easier. So if you're in Chicago, I feel like you have to just cross your fingers, and if it's important, you just can't give it. Like I get letters from Kathy, no problem. But for some reason, like a credit card or something else like that, I just
Thing
can't
you
get it.
really need, yeah.
Right. And
I know.
you might know that the post office, they said that they're losing money, all this other stuff. Well, it's very simple. The federal government said they have to pay retirement 30 years in advance, so of course they have no money. So this is why we have horrible service. I don't I am not supposed to scream, but come on. It's like
it's not that hard. It shouldn't
literally
be.
right.
I would think they have less mail now
Constitution.
too. Like it's not that hard.
Right, and it's just envelopes. We're not talking about packages. That's a whole
used to send babies.
A letter.
They used to send babies by Pony Express. Did you know about that?
What?
Right.
They used to send babies. They would put them in a bag and they would send a baby across.
Who's babies? What are you talking about?
It was Ubers way back in the day. And they used to cash checks. They were like the bank in small towns. Like the post office was it.
Here we are in 2020.
Old, you guys. We sound
2020,
old
right.
2020, I'm standing in the street in my bathrobe.
Come on. I'm like calling up the credit card. Did you guys send that out? Yeah, like 3 months ago. Was it activated? No. Oh, well, clearly there's an issue here.
Oh, my God.
Right, just little envelopes. So I was just getting irritated with them because they messed up once, then they messed up twice. And I'm like, I don't even like getting my mail sent here. Ah, man.
Pain in the butt.
Oh, well, that's life for you. But on a
part of adulting.
On a positive note, this COVID thing has really made a great traffic news because like there's nobody on the road at all, and I love it. Yeah, it's fantastic.
If you have to go somewhere,
Yeah, I got from Northbrook to downtown in less than 30 minutes, and it was
is nice.
Wow.
It was 9 a.m.
Were you in a helicopter?
No, definitely not a helicopter, but my bike definitely is going down the left lane if I can.
Yeah.
All right, it's Q&A, and we have some chats today. Kathy, you got to stop chatting on our own thing here and let somebody else do it.
I've got friends on there. I'm saying hello to them. I got Bean Walsh and Lori Trier and Alice Simone and who else? Alyssa Andrea's on there, and we already said Tony Toto. So hello, everybody. It's great to see you guys.
Hey, everybody.
And so
hey, listen, if you guys have any, we miss you guys so much. Listen, make sure you come out to the 2 shows that we have for the rest of the year. There's 2 shows, so it's going to be a hell of an event.
You better go register right now.
Yeah, they'll be packed.
Yeah.
And we're going to try to get them online. It all depends on if we could get internet connection that's going to be reliable enough for us to stream. It's
You'll be able to safely watch from home if you want.
Yeah. Hopefully. So if we either could get an Ethernet connection or some other kind of broadband.
We're working on it.
Yes.
Although, I mean, you never know what's going to happen, but it's pretty safe there. Those gazebos, it's literally like, like 5 or 6, square blocks. Those parks are enormous.
Well, the first one, I don't think you guys know this yet. It's at a velodrome. I'm like, what the heck is that? It's a bicycle track where people can come and race, and they host races there. So they're putting us, I'm not sure if we're at one end and then the crowd is in the middle, but it's going to be kind of a cool setup.
Oh, okay.
And then the second one is in St. Charles, and they're doing a drive-in like we talked about, and everybody's going to get like 2 car spots. Park your car in one, you party in the other, and everybody's going to be socially distanced, and you can bring your little coolers and do your thing, but they're also going to be selling pizza on site. So they both sound like pretty fun events.
Yeah.
And we're going to be there. We're going to be there.
We're going to be there.
Yeah, we're going to be there. It's going to be like, these are the best 2 concerts of the year. Just about guaranteed, because it's like 2 of 100 or so.
Right.
Yeah.
But these 2 are the ones. Yeah. Yep.
Well, so, make sure you guys, subscribe to our YouTube. We need a lot of subscribers there to get that channel up to, I think, what do we need, 1,000? And then sign up for the Facebook account and give us your email address from our website page. We would love to email you guys reminders when we're going to be online, and then you'll know when to tune in and see us. And
note this information below.
Yes, and if you feel so inclined, we have our virtual tip jar up there: Venmo, Zelle, and PayPal. Every little bit helps. And we'll be back next week, Wednesday, 8 p.m. Same time, same bat channel, with a lot more fun and stupid content.
Yeah, don't forget to send us your requests. Any category you want. So we have over-under, we have Dave Goes Off, we have Argos. So you got questions for us, either send us a comment on Facebook.
Or ideas.
One of the social medias, and one of these 2 will tell me about it, because I actually read comments on Facebook. That's how horrible I am.
We're all over it.
Yeah, yes. and keep your eyes open for some clips. We're going to be dropping clips from the previous episodes, so you can watch those little 5 to 7 minute episodes and share that content as well.
Yeah, share that with your
friends. Tell us what you think. We want to know what you think. You got someone you want us to review? Like, let's all engage. It'll be fun.
Yeah.
All right.
Another show in the bag.
All right. We'll see everybody next Wednesday.
Thanks for watching, Secondhand Soul fans. You can catch the live show every Wednesday at 8 p.m. right here on our YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and ring that bell for updates.